Job stress is a very important topic for most people because we spend so much of our time at work. A lot of people spend more time at work than they do even with their families. There are a lot of different things that can cause you stress at work. Some of the things that most people say cause them stress are if their job location changes, if their work hours change, having not enough staff at work, or if there is more work expected of them than what they can do during the time that they're there. Sometimes coworker relationships can cause us stress. Relationships with our bosses or supervisors can become stressful. Sometimes there are good changes at work, but they can also cause us to feel stressed. Like if a person was to get a promotion, or if a person was assigned to a new area and they'd really been looking forward to working there, but the change can be stressful. So there are lots of different things that cause us to have stress at work. Now, there are two primary different types of stress. There's acute stress, which is something that happens that is usually time limited, that requires that you respond immediately. For example, if something happens at work where you have to respond to an emergency or you have a deadline to meet, but it's usually stressful for a pretty short period of time. There are also stressors that are chronic. They may develop gradually over a period of time and build. Sometimes they seem like they just go on forever and ever and ever. Those are just two different examples of types of stress. So, where does this stress actually come from? Sometimes stress can come from pressures that are outside of us. We talk about that as being external stressors. But sometimes they are internal stressors, things that we think and feel about a situation that causes us stress. So, some examples of external stress are I would say like a restructuring at work would be an example of an external stressor. That's something that's being done to you. But an internal stressor would be maybe negative thoughts that a person would have about the way their future is going to go at work, or if a person is struggling with anxiety or depression. Those are more internal, and those can also be sources of stress as well. So, if I have job stress, what can I do about it? I have to be at work. How can I cope with it? There are lots of different things you can do. One thing is look at your support system. What's your support system like at work? Is there someone at work who is a friend, who you can maybe spend some time with on your breaks or maybe during lunch, who maybe has a slightly different outlook than you do and can kind of help you with some emotional support? Or sometimes we can talk to our friends and family about how we're feeling about work. A lot of people find that to be very stressful. Regular exercise helps with stress. So anytime that you can do anything physical, even walking during your work day, that helps a lot with stress level. Making sure that you get enough sleep, making sure that you are eating right and that you have good nutrition, that helps with stress. The most important thing I tell people is every single day, you have to make sure that you're doing something you enjoy. One little thing. It doesn't have to be a big thing like going and getting a massage. That's cool if you can do that, but most of us can't do that every day. So if you can just do one thing, it can be a different thing every day, really enjoying a particular song that you like, or watching a short video either on TV or online that's entertaining, calling a friend who's particularly funny to have a laugh, but just make sure you do at least one thing you enjoy every day, and that can go a long way to balancing out your stress. Wherever your stress is coming from, job stress, stress from your personal life, you have to make sure that you're balancing it out with something that you enjoy. If you need any additional support or would like any information about job stress or anything else that causes you stress, you can always visit the EAP website.